All right, welcome to Talkin' Investing. I am Tom, and as always, this is not financial advice. Today, I want to do our daily Bitcoin and Bitcoin miner update. Bitcoin had a bit of a rough day today, so the miners had an even worse day. We talk about Bitcoin and Bitcoin miners all the time on this channel. If that is content that you're interested, please remember to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Also, if everybody could please smash the like button, that helps the channel out a lot. Okay, I want to start on the Bitcoin miner big board because you're going to see this is all red today, 100% red. So a lot of times we have one outlier, no outliers today. Top to bottom, down day for the Bitcoin miners. Some worse than others, but pretty much all pretty serious down days. So Stronghold was down 25%. That was the worst out of all of them. If you want more details on that, you can watch the video I made earlier today, so that's a spoiler alert. Cypher was down 13%. HUT was down 10%. Bitfarms was down 9.5%. The big three, Riot was down almost 9%, Marathon 8.5%. Core Scientific was actually down, I think, the least out of everybody today at 2.69%. So that was about as good as it gets. Okay, quickly, so we can just see this in a little bit more visual way. I made a graph for today's activity. So these are all of the Bitcoin miners. Yesterday, we talked about the fact that there was a shift in the momentum. Yesterday was a very red day. Today is a very red day. What this chart right here shows is how far each one of these miners is down off of their recent highs. So there were 2 days where most of these hit a high, August 11th and then some others on August 15th. So in that period of time, while Bitcoin, you'll see at the beginning, is down 8%, Stronghold is down 37%, but a lot of the other ones, Wolf is down 27%, Gree is down 26%, Cleanspark's down 26%. So you'll see a lot of these in the mid 20s, some of these in the low 20s or near 20. All of these had big pullbacks. So for those of you who feel like you missed the boat, and for those of you that dollar cost average in, this might be a window of opportunity for you. Of course, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence. And I'm going to show you another chart right now why, this may or may not be the best time to start dollar cost averaging in. I am trying to be very selective. I'll let you know what I bought today. Okay, so over the last couple of days, you can see this is a massive red trend, some worse than others. Okay, conversely, this is a chart from July 1st through August 17th. So Marathon got as high as 254%. You can see HUT was 178%. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these were up over 100% on this run in the last month and a half. DMG blockchain just missed at 97%, Cypher at 95, Gree at 93. So massive run up pretty much across the board with a few exceptions. Now you'll see in that same time, Bitcoin is only up 26%, which is a nice rally, but all of the Bitcoin miners outperformed. Most of them at least doubled. A lot of them tripled, quadrupled, 5x'd or more the action of Bitcoin in this same period. So stock ticker MIGI is down 4%. That was the best they got. Tough month and a half for them, but for everybody else, very good. I mean, the ones at the low end of this chart, DigiHost and BitDigital, are still up over 50%. This is how much off of those highs these are. So, when you're looking at a stock like Marathon, it's down 18%. So you might say, well, this is a great buying opportunity, but it just ran up 250%. So you got to bear that in mind. I would try and balance and understand where your stock is inside of its cycle. I will tell you the one that I found interesting that I had a little bit to was Cleanspark. So Cleanspark's run up wasn't quite as dramatic as the rest of the group. It was somewhere around 70%, and they're now pulled back 26%. So again, I'm a dollar cost average person, so it's not like I'm all in on Cleanspark. And again, this is not financial advice. I'm not recommending you buy Cleanspark. I'm letting you know what I did today. So I bought some Cleanspark and I opened a position on Stronghold, stock ticker SDIG. Most of you will think I'm crazy, but if you watch my video, I explain in detail why I did that. But that is one to be super careful with. That one is extremely volatile situation. Okay, so let's take a look at the charts here and see what's going on with Bitcoin itself. And you're gonna see we broke through, and not in a good way, a few of the indicators that we were looking at. So on the 15-minute chart, you'll see, as always, there is an orange line. This is where Bitcoin was when the market closed yesterday. So Bitcoin was at around 23,932. From there, you'll see it did go up overnight last night. It got up over 24,400-ish. but then it started to pull back in the middle of the night, and it really pulled back all day today, pretty much right into the closing. This red candle is where the market closed today, so that was down around 23,280. But when we look at the bigger time frames, you're going to see this crossed over some key points. Okay, so here's Bitcoin on the 4-hour time frame. Yesterday I said that this was a big mess and we need to get rid of all these lines, and that turns out to be the case. So we broke out of this ascending channel of these purple lines. I took a desperate shot in the dark, creating another lower line of support. We immediately broke right out of that right after my video. So all of this has been invalidated. So I just cleaned that up and got all of that off there because it turned out to all be not valid. We did not follow that pattern. So let's look and see what pattern we are following. From Big Picture, this was our previous local high. This was back on July 30th. So this was a couple of weeks ago. And that was at around 24,600. You'll see on August 14th, we got up to 25,207. So my target for this run has been 25,366. So we fell about $100 short of that so far. I'm not sure this run is over yet. That's what we're going to be taking a look at. So at this point, if it is over, we never did quite reach my target, but we got very, very close. So I'm looking at a couple of potential lines of support that may stop this along the way and allow us to continue this rally. Okay, so I just added 2 purple lines. What those are the last 2 dips that we took inside of this bull run. It's possible we could find some support at this low right here, and that would be at about 22,850. We're at about 23,300 right now. So if we don't find support here, then this would be the final potential line of support. That's coming in at just under 22,500. If we break below this line, then we will have set a lower low on this path that we've been on, and that would definitely validate the fact that this relief rally is over. So I'm looking to hold these lines because I'm going to show you on the bigger picture, I still am thinking we are just in a pullback inside of a relief rally. Okay, so here's more evidence that in the short term, we have broken out of this little range, right? We had an ascending line of support here. We clearly went below this, but yet we did not get all the way to oversold. So this is that territory I don't like being in. I would just as soon overnight tonight or tomorrow we get into the oversold territory on the 4-hour RSI for Bitcoin. That would be a nice reset. And then as long as we hold some lines on the 1-day chart that we'll go look at, if we can reset this and hold those lines, then we could potentially have another run up. So you can see everything's very neutral, but it's starting to skew towards the downside. So it's going to take, I think, 24 to 36 hours for us to figure out what direction we're really going in. I certainly would not be surprised to see a little bit more downside overnight tonight. But I just showed some key areas that I'm hoping to hold. Okay, this is Bitcoin on the 1-day time frame. So you'll see this yellow line here. This is the 200-week moving average. We've been paying close attention to this all along. If I zoom out a little bit, you'll see we spent a significant period of time under this 200-week moving average. That's the first time ever in the history of Bitcoin that happened. We have been below this 2 other times in the history of Bitcoin, but we moved right back up above it the last 2 times. This time we stayed below and struggled. In late July, we did get above this, and then at the beginning of August, it looks like we maybe had a successful retest, creating this as a line of support. So I did say a few days ago that this formation was starting to look an awful lot like what happened here. And here we went from a local high to retesting this 200-week moving average. We even actually went a little bit below it for 1 day. So it looks like we're having the exact same stretch right here. Today was a very big red candle, which may mean we get there 1 or 2 days faster than last time. We're ever so close to testing the 200-week moving average. If I look at this, it's coming in at around $23,054. Right now we're at $23,318. So, you know, we're $200 or $300 away from testing this. And again, we have candle wicked below this, and we actually even did close a little bit below it for 1 day. So if we have one daily candle that closes just a little bit below, and then the next day is a green candle, then I'm going to say that we just kind of duplicated this action right here. So that would be positive. A nice bounce off of this would be a second confirmation of the 200-week moving average as a line of support. So this is my optimistic scenario, because I will tell you, it's just as likely that this run is over and we're on the way back down. And I'll show you a few more things. So the reason that I feel we're still on the way up is you'll see since we hit bottom back on June June 30th, you know, we had one down rally, we had two down rallies, we had a third one, we had a fourth one here that I was just talking about, and now it looks like we're having a fifth one. So the question is this going to be just another pullback inside of this relief rally? Because we are still on a path of higher lows and higher highs. We need to break out of that, and those were the purple lines I put on the 4-hour time frame. So lastly, I'll show you this. This is the RSI on the 1-day time frame. We've been paying close attention to this for a few things. We were hoping for a break to the upside. We got stuck here at 61 back on July 19th, and we retested this several times, and we got rejected each time we retested it. Well, now finally, we've had this ascending line of support that has held all along. So today, we are below this ascending line of support. So there's a few things about this. That would look like it tend to indicate we have some more downward pressure to go. Now, what I'm hoping is we're sitting here somewhere just around 50. So you can see how close we are to the 200-week moving average. If we can bounce off the 200-week moving average and bounce off of 50 on the daily RSI, then it's possible we could have a recovery and get back onto, you know, an upward trend and maybe get back up to this 25,300. If we get to oversold on the 4-hour time frame at the same time, then that would really be a full reset, and then I would agree that this is just another pullback inside of a relief rally, and then I would still have my sights set on 28,800. But you can see right now, I can't even guess. This could absolutely go either way. So I think we're going to find out, you know, between today's update and tomorrow's update, we're going to know a lot better what direction we're heading in. So that's what I got for you on Bitcoin and the Bitcoin miners today. Thanks so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe to the channel and smash the like button. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.